Is Discord safe for kids? Actually, no, it's not, but it can be safer for your teens. And in this video, we're gonna talk about exactly how to protect your teens on Discord and why it might not be safe for your kids. And I promise you, you're going to want to stay into the end of this video because every single thing I talk about in this video is going to be something that can help you protect your kids from scammers, from predators, from hackers, I mean the whole 9 yards. So don't miss it. Hey, I'm CyberFareedah. I'm an award-winning Forbes 30 Under 30 internet safety expert. And as always, my entire channel is all about how you can protect your kids online. If you're not already subscribed for more videos like this, make sure you're subscribed. Again, Discord is not for kids. The minimum age to join Discord is 13, just like all social media channels. While the answer to the question, is Discord safe for my kids, will always depend on you and your family and your kids' maturity, let's talk about how to quickly determine if Discord is safe for your kids. Is your child old enough, mature enough, and trustworthy enough to leave the house by themselves without any parental or adult supervision wherever they go? They may be going to a friend's house, maybe going to school, maybe going to the mall. Do people go to the mall these days? I don't know. But they're going out without you being there. They have a phone, they can check in with you, they can call you when they're there, but you trust them enough, they're mature enough, they're old enough to leave the house and go somewhere. You're still gonna worry because you're their parent, but they have that trustworthy factor, that maturity factor, where they're gonna be just fine so long as they check in. If the answer to that simple question is yes, then most likely yes, they are mature enough for Discord. If the answer is no, well, shocker, they're most likely not mature enough for Discord. This is because Discord is an app where you can text, call, and video chat people. It is an awesome platform, and I've personally been a very happy user of it since it launched in 2015. It started off as a platform for gamers, and I have used it at avid gamer, so I've used it for all of those years to connect with my gaming buddies and have some awesome fun times online. But in the recent years, most likely because of the pandemic, last like couple of years, they shifted to having anybody join the app for any reason necessary. So maybe it's a common interest, maybe it's an activity, a topic that people love to connect on, really anything that you would text, call, or video chat people for, there is a Discord server for that. School groups use it, communities use it, organizations use it, communities band together around a certain influencer or topic or interest, just anything really. People use it to keep in touch with their family and friends. It's just humans being humans. It's just a place to chat. That, of course, inherently comes with risk when you're having kids on the platform that may not be mature enough, or they are in groups that they're not supposed to be in. Because people will be people no matter what platform you're on. Depending on the servers and the topics that your kids are on or what you are on, there are going to be scammers, people sending links, people sending attachments, people running scams, people grooming people, harassment, cyberbullying. So those are some of Discord's safety issues that you want to be on the lookout for as a parent. Of course, that means sharing inappropriate memes or pictures or videos or inappropriate discussions. List is endless. This means that before you're allowing your kids to be on any platform on the internet, especially a platform like Discord, you have to have the tech talk with them. Now remember, the tech talk does not have to be one long conversation about tech and the internet and safety and not talking to strangers and not sharing your address and personal information. It also is tiny, small moments, lessons, moments where you're walking together, you're talking, you're in the car, you're giving reminders, you see a news story and you're like, hey, remember, that's why I said don't do that, because X, Y, and Z can happen to you. Remind your kids not to click on any links that they're sent, whether they believe they know the person or not to click on files. If they really think a link is something that they want to click on because they know the person and they're familiar with them and that's their friend, get them in the habit of scanning the links with a service called VirusTotal. I do that myself. I do it on Discord, I do it on Facebook, I do it on Instagram. I scan links all the time with VirusTotal. It is completely free. It's a website. You can have it bookmarked as a family. Your tech talk should also be talking about not talking to strangers, not giving personal information. Also, when you're setting up the Discord account, not using the real name, using a username, using a gamer tag, whatever it is, but not the full name. I know having the tech talk and teaching your kids everything about internet safety and security and privacy is a lot. There are a couple of resources I believe that you should have on hand as a parent so that it's not so overwhelming and you feel like you have to do everything yourself. The first is Google's Be Internet Awesome game. I think is an awesome game to help your kids understand what it means to be safe online. The second is FBI's Safe Online Surfing game. Let's talk about the exact steps you need to make sure that you're setting up Discord with safety and privacy. So in this part, have your Discord open, your child's Discord open, and follow the steps with me. You may want to have your teen watch this video with you so that everyone is on the same page. If your child is older and they're voice chatting with friends, whether friends that they met online or friends that they know in person, this section is very important. Obviously, we already established that your child is in a space where they're a little bit more mature and they know how to navigate the online space. If your child is not in this space, then they should not be using Discord at all. Now that we have established that if you're allowing your kids to voice chat with other people and you want them to be safe, here are some steps that you must take as somebody who spent years and years and years and years chatting with my online friends and my offline friends. Remind your child to tell you when they are on Discord. You do not want to be yelling out their full name while they're chatting with online friends because they didn't finish a chore that you told them to do before they hopped on the game. So they should know that everyone in the family needs to understand that they are on Discord in this particular moment so that no one is giving out information freely while they're on a Discord chat. I have personally seen that happen in real time where someone's parent was calling them or a partner or a spouse or a family member was saying something on like in the same room, and I figured out where they lived and their grandmother's name and all bunch of personal information I had no business knowing. Be very mindful of that. Be sure to get them a mic that has an easy to mute button so that if they need a button in a pinch, not a button, but they need a mute in a pinch, they can click that. Or they can have a keyboard binding where they can press a key on their keyboard and it automatically mutes them. If you want to set a key binding for a mute button, here are the steps that you can take on Discord. Find the settings icon on the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. It has your avatar and then there's like a settings icon. Click on that. Scroll to the bottom of the page where you see voice and video settings. Then set up a key bind that toggles mute or toggles deafen. They also can use push to talk, which that means that they're pushing a button to talk and it's not automatically unmuting every time they speak. This push to talk setting can be found under the app settings section and then clicking on voice and video. Now, when it comes to Discord safety, there are a couple of security and privacy settings that you need to enable as soon as possible. As we go through all of the other safety settings you need, please understand that Discord does not have any parental controls. And this is why what I said at the beginning, and I keep reiterating, matters very, very much. If your child is not at that maturity level that they can handle navigating the online space pretty much by themselves with your guidance and your consultation, then Discord is not for them. So with each safety setting we're going to talk about in this video today, make sure that you have your teen watched with you, or while you're doing the settings with them, have them understand why each setting is very, very important so that they can have a really fun time on Discord, gaming with their friends, talking about different subjects without having to have some horror stories happen to them. I say this because they deserve to have a really good time on Discord like I have for the past 7 years. And you deserve to have just a little bit more peace of mind with their Discord safety. Everything that I just mentioned is really important because in order to protect your kids online, whether they're gamer kids, they're on social media, or they're just using the online for education and learning and connecting with people, you have to connect with their love of the product, whether it's social media or anything else. Every conversation you have about internet safety cannot just be about the doom and the gloom and the bad things that can happen. Figure out a way to connect over things that they enjoy online. You have to know what is important to your child is important, period, even if you don't get it or you're just like, okay, whatever. This topic is no interest to me. It doesn't matter. It's important to them. It's important. And they can change any of these settings we're going through at any time because there's no parental controls and there are no parental pins like there are on Roblox. So they really need to have a really really deep understanding of why these security and safety and privacy settings are necessary for everyone. It's not just because, oh, they're a teen and I want you to be safe and I think that I'm not trusting you and whatever it is. No. We all need to do it. I do it. On my Discord account, I have these settings available as well. It might be maybe different than your teen settings or your whoever's settings, but I have my own safety and security and privacy settings because I want to have an awesome time on Discord. And I do not feel like some predator or some hacker or somebody knowing too much information about me or my family or getting into my online account. So it's so important to have an amazing time online, to have these settings available no matter how old you are. And they should really understand that. So without further ado, here are some extra safety settings your teen needs on Discord. Blocking direct messages. If you want to block messages from people on the same server but they are not friends with you, you can follow these steps. Click the little down arrow next to the server name and you'll find a drop-down menu window. These settings are directly from Discord and I will link all of the links in the description below. Click on privacy settings, disable allowing direct messages from other people in the same server or Discord group. You can manage who is allowed to send you friend requests by going to your main settings. So you have your avatar on the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. You'll have that settings icon. Click on the settings icon. Once you click on that, click on privacy and safety. It's at the top left-hand corner of your screen. And you'll have a window that says who can add you as a friend, everyone, friends of friends, or server members, and you disable or enable as appropriate. Here is a note from Discord that I really appreciate. It said if you only want to add friends on your prerogative, meaning you're the only one who's reaching out to people and adding them as friends and no one can add you as a friend, then you can deselect all of the options, not have any friend requests. If someone is acting a little funny, you can block them on Discord. I love the report block feature. I've used it a couple of times. Do this, all you have to do is click on the username. It'll bring up the person's profile. You click on the 3 dots on the top right-hand corner, and then you block the user. 10 out of 10, I highly recommend you get used to blocking people with the quickness. Because people like to play. I like to play too, but like some games aren't that fun. To block explicit content on Discord, you go to the same exact privacy thing. You have your profile in the bottom left-hand corner. Click on the settings button. Click the privacy and safety tab. Then under safe direct messaging, check the keep me safe box. This setting will automatically scan and delete direct messages that you receive that contain explicit content. Have that on as well. On the same screen that you're now on, here's how you set up some privacy defaults. You can disable direct messages from people in the same server. We talked about it before. Or you can enable it if that's what you want. That's the conversation you'll have with your teen. You can disable access to age-restricted servers on iOS and disable message requests from server members you may not know. Same section, disable everything under how we use your data. Everything, disable it. And if you would like to check out their super easy to read terms and conditions and privacy policy page, then on that same page that you're still in, at the bottom of the screen, you'll see 2 links. Click on them to find out more about what they're doing with your information. Okay, let's talk about setting up Discord security. If you don't want someone taking over your account, if you don't want someone all up in your messages, reading what you said, reading what you're doing, all of your private information, you must have Discord security. I've seen way too many people have their Discord accounts taken over, their gaming accounts taken over, their social media accounts taken over. So it's time that we take security seriously because you don't want to be violated in that manner. Because trust me, it's traumatic and it's violating and no one likes that to happen to them. Number one thing I always stress in many of my videos is password management, having good passwords, creating good passwords, long passwords, and putting it in a password manager. And of course, that is not different than anything you need to do on Discord. You can create, manage, and store really good passwords on password manager systems like 1Password or LastPass. Use which one works for you and your family, but use something. And teach your teens to do the same. Another security measure you need for Discord is two-factor authentication. That just means two ways of confirming your identity to Discord. That means you're not just giving your password to say, hey, I'm the person that's the owner of this account, but also you're giving a password in a one-time security code. Here's a quick fun video from Discord on two-factor authentication.
Real talk, go to user settings, security, and then follow these steps to get yourself set up.
I love this entire video. They have really fun and informative and quick, to the point, actionable videos on their channel. So I'm gonna link the video so that you can watch the entire thing with your teen. I think it's a good video to watch together. To enable your two-factor authentication, start by clicking the settings icon with your username and avatar at the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. Click My Account on the left-hand side of the screen, then click Enable Two-Factor Authentication, and you should get all the instructions for that. You can use an app that can generate the codes for you, like Google Authenticator, Microsoft Authenticator, Duo Mobile, or any other reputable two-factor authenticator app. Discord made an entire article that's very in-depth and very, very awesome, and I do not want to make this video way too long. Just know that you need to enable that, follow the directions there, but I will link the article from Discord that shows you exactly how to do this. One thing that I love is that Discord has some internet safety checklists and ways that you can begin the type of conversation that you need to have with your teens about internet safety. And because I loved it so much, I'm going to link all of their internet safety checklists in the description below. I highly encourage you to look at it and go through it with your teens and have a conversation about it. Please do not miss this step. It is so important. It goes over scammers, it goes over cyberbullying, it goes over harassment, it goes over all of the internet safety and privacy and security things your kids need to know and you need to know. On my Instagram last week, I asked you to send me some questions that you had about Discord safety, and I'm going to answer your questions. The questions I didn't already answer in the video, I'm going to answer right now. The first is, would love to know how they can use it to talk to their friends without getting sucked into being added to random servers and talking to random people that way. To be honest, there is no real solution to that within Discord. You just have to talk to your teen about not joining random servers and talking to random people. If you don't believe that they're going to listen to you, they're not mature enough, they're not responsible enough, then again, Discord is not for them. Tell them to not accept Discord server invites unless they know the person, and if they don't know the person, then that's a whole completely different discussion. They shouldn't be clicking on the links, they shouldn't be joining Discord servers that they don't know. But if your teens are older teens and they got their own job and they're making their own money and they're going out of the house without parental supervision and adult supervision, then going on random Discord servers or whatever it is, like I do, I always am on some random Discord talking to some random people I've never met, but I'm older, I'm an adult, right? So if your kid is at that point where you're trusting with them, they're going off to college, then that's a whole other thing. But if they're not at that point, again, Discord is not for them. And if it is for them, then you have to be the one moderating their use of Discord. So maybe you're signed into their Discord on your phone, or maybe you have a heavily parent moderated Discord channel. I have seen that work pretty well. It's just a lot to manage. Can a group of fathers monitor and limit the Discord activity on a server? What is the best way to set up a Discord server for your children and friends? And the only way to actually monitor a Discord server is if you are actually monitoring the Discord server. So maybe you have your own Discord account and you're within the same server / group, or you're logged into your child's account through your phone and you're monitoring what is going on through your own device. And to set up a really good Discord server, you can set up the Discord server in a normal way. Just make sure that you have security and safety, and you're having a plan for having monitors that you, not monitors, but moderators that you trust within the servers. So I've seen it work where you have somebody that's like on rotation on the clock on these Discord servers so that kids can talk to their friends from school or family members or whatever it is, but there's an adult present just to make sure that everything is going pretty smoothly. Now, I'm very well aware that we talked about a lot today, and internet safety and security and privacy and all of it can be super overwhelming. And because I know that is the case, and I know that there's so much that you have to do to up-level your security and safety, I am hosting monthly internet safety workshops. No matter when you're watching this video, chances are we're still ongoing. And there's a replay of every workshop that we're doing. If you head to safekidsmovement.com, the link is on the screen right now, also in the description of honestly every single video, we are going to be talking about the steps, the step-by-step preventative measures that you have to take to protect your kids from online predators and hackers. I will be walking you through the step by step. You'll get like little guides where you can click on this step 1, step 2, step 3, and you'll have support from me so it doesn't feel so overwhelming. I'll give you resources and guides and answer your questions. Now, as someone who's been a gamer for many years, and I have a background in cybersecurity, and I work with parents on a daily basis to protect their kids online, I've seen many mistakes that parents are making when they're trying to protect their kids online, especially gaming safety mistakes. So in this video, I delve deeper into what mistakes you may be making trying to protect your gamer kids online and how to stop making them. See you in the next video.